Christian! Ready to do this review, man? Alright, it's fucking weird. Door opening by itself. Christian! Christian! Hey, you up there? Come on, man, let's get this review done. Chris! Chris? Come on, man. What's going on? Alright, Christian, come on, man. I know it's fucking Halloween, but we gotta get this review done, man. I really don't feel like changing my underpants again. Chris? Dude, are you okay? Come on, dude, we gotta get this review done. Come on, man, we gotta get this review done, man. Wake up. What the fuck? Christian? Dude, you okay? What is this? Ichigo's blood vein? No! No! I didn't know it was Ichigo's! I had no idea! Shit! No! I swear I didn't know! I thought it was Chihuahua! No! Oh, shit. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Here we go! Fuck it! A kunai! Ninja's most trusted weapon! And as usual, it does nothing. Shit. Oh God, no. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I had no idea. I thought it was Chihuahua. I didn't know it was Ichigo. No, we are the Shinigami. No. Oh no, we are the Quincy of the Vandenreich, and we will take you over with our blood veins. No blood vein. Hey, okay. Hello, my blood-soaked viewers. It is Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and happy Halloween! And join me in my chilling review of Bleach, Chapter 514. So first and foremost, this week's chapter was awesome. It was filled with a ton of revelations, in particular about the main character himself. But let's just go ahead and talk about what happened. Now, we're picking up from last week, and apparently Ichigo activated his blood vein. And this is a really, really crazy ability because we've never known that he was a Quincy. He's always been sort of this Shinigami, hollow, sort of Vizard guy. And now that he's got all these crazy new Quincy abilities, the floodgates are now open because almost anything can happen here. But we get some explanation as to how he was able to escape from Karuji's cage. And Juhabok goes on to explain, I knew it. I should have sent an Arankar after you. I shouldn't have sent a Quincy. Because what happened here is Ichigo tried to release all of his Reiatsu energy in this cage. And eventually all of his energy came back to him. The problem is when it was doing this, it sort of dragged that Quincy energy with it, and it went back into his body. And this sort of awakened his latent Quincy abilities. And this is what allowed him to use this blood vein. And they go on to explain again, when he's attacked and he uses his blood vein, you can actually see on his hand there are these veins that start appearing on his arm and everything, and this is, of course, showing that the blood vein is working. Juhabok goes on to explain that it is the Quincies themselves that cannot be captured within these cages, and, of course, this is our first major hint towards Ichigo being a Quincy himself. But then we get that other one, that huge kicker, the big part of the thing that everybody's going to be talking about. Ichigo's mother, he brings her up, actually, and, you know, she's a pretty important character, but honestly, we have zero backstory on her. And, you know, a lot of people over the years have been theorizing maybe she was a Quincy and maybe Isen was a Shinigami, hence why he has both of these abilities. I don't know, but it's pretty obvious here that Juhabok knows something that we do not. But then this is when the other part of the chapter, the biggest part, holy crap, the thing that really threw me for a loop and is honestly making me think, how is this even possible? Towards the end of the chapter, it seems like Juhabok actually isn't going to be able to continue attacking Soul Society. We actually have this nice little panel of Aizen where he has this little smirk on his face and he looks like a complete asshole. And apparently when he was talking with Juhabok, he was able to manipulate the time and space so that Juhabok couldn't stay there for too long. And apparently he has a limit for how long he can leave. He's in this sort of shadow territory type thing. And because of this, he has to leave Soul Society. But Ichigo will not let him do this. So he decides, fuck it, I'm just going to attack him. And he goes into almost the same exact poses he did from last week. And that's when Hoshwald steps in. And he actually cuts his freaking Bankai sword in half. And this definitely, of course, speaks a lot for Hoshwald. And it shows that Ichigo is just screwed at this point. And that's when we're left with our final bit of dialogue that I'm sure everybody's going to be chattering about this week. That's when Juhabok leaves and he mentions, I'll see you again, Ichigo Kurosaki. Heal your wounds. We'll see each other again. My son born in the darkness. So all in all, I loved this week's chapter. You know, I didn't really care for last week's because I was a little bit confused about what I was reading. But we got some more solid answers this week, and that's why I think I really, really enjoyed this one. Obviously, the big things here. Ichigo's mother, she may have been a Quincy. She probably was. That's something we've all been theorizing about, and it does sort of make sense. And then, of course, the bit at the end with Juhabok where he's like, I am your father. He pulls a freaking Darth Vader on us out of nowhere, which, honestly, I wasn't really expecting. But you know what? I think it's a pretty good plot twist. I'm not going to believe that Juhabok is his father immediately. I can't 100% confirm this yet. Only reason I say this is because it has to make sense that Ichigo is half Shinigami, half Quincy. Then again, he could have just gotten those powers from Rukia, but it's still sort of up in the air. There's still some things we have to learn here. But I can't wait to unravel this mystery but I cannot wait to unravel the mystery behind Ichigo's past, because compared to a lot of the other shonen characters in these series, his backstory is actually kind of vague, and we really don't know too much about it, and I think this is the perfect chance. It is the final arc of the series. We can get into, I'm guessing, the Chosen One arc. I really hope it doesn't really fall into that. But I cannot wait to see the history of Ichigo's mother, Isen Kurosaki, and of course Juhabok. And of course this whole 1,000-year bloody war with everybody. So there's a lot to learn, and there have been a lot of losses in these crazy battles, and these huge revelations were massive. So I gotta give this one a 10 out of 10. It was just a crazy chapter. It just blows my mind to think that Ichigo might actually be a Shinigami Hollow Vizard Quincy. Jesus Christ, he is the craziest shonen hero so far. So, again, 10 out of 10, awesome revelations. You guys need to check this one out. Alright guys, so I really, really enjoyed this chapter. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. But how did you guys feel about this week's chapter of Bleach? And what do you think about Ichigo and his past? Do you think that Ichigo might actually be a Quincy himself? Was his mother a Quincy? And what about Juhabok? Do you actually think he is Ichigo's father? You can let me know with your comments below. And remember guys, as always, if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And you know what, guys? If you just cannot get enough Halloween videos, remember that me and Christian just put out a versus video on Brooke from One Piece versus Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas. So if you guys want a little tricks and treats, you make sure and check that video out. So until next time, guys, happy Halloween. SuperKamiGuru9000 out.